This one's gonna get interesting. So, hey guys, welcome back to Team APS. Paul here, and today I wanted to talk about an issue in Yu-Gi-Oh! That has been bothering me for a really long time. And it's gonna be a bit of a rant because I really think this is a problem, and I told myself, I'm gonna try not to make many ranty videos, I'm gonna try not to complain so much about the game, keep it positive. This is something that really just pissed me off. Okay, it's short printing. Yu-Gi-Oh! And Konami and short prints. What are short prints? Well, in case you don't know, basically, in a set, there are sometimes going to be cards that are printed at a lower frequency than other cards, even if they're of the same rarity. So in a normal set, there are 8 secret rare cards, and you would think, okay, if I open like 1,000 packs of this set, I should get about the same number of each of these secret rare cards. Not the case. Some of the chase cards, so for instance, maybe Borrelsword Dragon or Fantastical Dragon Phantasme, expensive stuff that you guys are used to, would get printed at a lower frequency than the secrets that you maybe don't want. And that's a problem for a number of reasons. First of all, if these cards are short printed, then their price in the secondary market's going to go up. That's why we see prices that are like over $100 sometimes for things like Phantasme or Borrelsword or Infinite Impermanence. And it makes it hard for you to get the cards, right? That's an issue. Well, we're gonna get back to that for main series sets, but the short printing thing is not something that's exclusive to those. In any given set, it seems, Konami will short print cards, and that's a problem. All right, example, the most recent spin-off set, the Infinity Chasers. Well, I opened up 3 boxes of this plus 5 loose packs, so 77 packs of the Infinity Chasers. It introduces 3 cool new decks that you can build. There's Witchcrafters, there's Infinitrax, there's Evil Eyes. They're all really fun decks. They're all very unique and have new play styles. And they're great. I think they're really well designed. But in 3 boxes and 5 packs, so 77 packs, we were not able to complete even one of these 3 decks. I didn't get a single copy of Witchcrafter Creation. That's the Rhoda spell for the Witchcrafter archetype that you have to have at 3. And even for Evil Eyes, we pulled enough Evil Eye of Selene, we only pulled 1 Surzeal. And even for Infinitrax, the level 2 and the level 4 monster that you need to have, we pulled like 1 of each. That's insane. To me, that's crazy because, alright. On all of these packs, you're supposed to be able to get 4 supers and a secret for each pack, right? And, that it's not a huge set, so you should be able to get all the cards you need. 3 boxes? And we didn't finish a single deck? What's the problem here? Now, this gets even more annoying when you consider that none of these 3 decks are like meta decks, by the normal sense of the imagination, right? These aren't decks that are exactly going to be winning tournaments and, just beating everybody at regionals and YCS events and nationals. They're just fun decks. They're meant to be fun, interesting decks, and I think that they are, but they're more meant for the casual crowd. However, if you want to build them, you're kind of SOL, because buying 1 box, if 3 boxes won't get us any of these decks completed, what's 1 box gonna get you? And then when you consider the average Yu-Gi-Oh player, just like the average kind of casual Yu-Gi-Oh player, he maybe goes to his shop every week and spends a little bit of money on packs each week. Most people don't actually even buy boxes, and if they do, they're gonna buy 1. If this is what you get out of 1 box in a spin-off set of fun archetypes, that's insane to me. So how are people supposed to complete these decks? So what happens next? Well, you decide, I'm just gonna buy singles on the internet because that's the best way to, complete decks. And that's generally true, buying singles is a pretty good idea in Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, you look on the internet, you look on these, Troll and Toad, TCG Player, wherever you buy your cards, and the cards cost like $30 or $40. Witchcrafter Creation, as of the time of me recording this video, is like $35. You have to have 3 of that for a deck that's meant to be for fun. A deck that will not be winning the next YCS. But you still have to have 3 copies of this to play it. So now what do? Do you, spend like $90 on a playset of this? Do you just buy a bunch of boxes and hope that you pull it? But once you bought 3 boxes for like $60 a piece, you spent how much money? $180? And you may get like a creation or 2? It's insane, and I feel like it's just very unfriendly to new or just casual players who just want to build these decks for fun. It would be one thing if, I'm not saying it's okay, but at least with Phantasme and stuff, Pot of Extravagance, Boral Sword. These are competitive cards that, like, you know, people are maybe used to them being short printed and having high price tags. Competitive players are more willing to pay money. So I guess it makes more sense to short print those. Not saying it's a good thing, not saying I like it. They should stop that too, let me be clear. But when it comes to fun decks, for Konami to be doing this blows my mind. And Infinity Chasers is not the first time by any means. All of the Legendary Duelist sets, those are also spin-off sets. They almost all tend to have some ultra rare card that ends up being really expensive. Great example, Bingo Machine for Blue Eyes. That card's like 30 or 40 bucks, and most Blue Eyes decks want to run like at least 2 copies of it. There's also, what's the other one? Ancient Gear Fusion, it's like $30. That's insane to me. And you know, maybe, let's give Konami the benefit of the doubt. And let's say they're not short printing these cards because, you know, they're so honest. Well, even if that's the case, then, you know, now you have like this confusion going on in the community, because you'll see posts from vendors who open, you know, like several cases of a new set, and it's like, here are our ratios. We pulled 100 Boral Swords, but 300 Cyber Rev System, you know, some secret that maybe you don't want, right? And it looks suspicious. And then, you know, maybe these vendors are fudging their numbers. They're just making it look that way so that the price of a certain card is higher and people will pay more, and then that's deceptive. But the thing is, you'll never really know. Some vendors could be lying, some could be telling the truth, and we'll never know. And so now you've got this community of players who don't trust each other because we're like, oh, well, maybe this person's telling the truth, maybe they're lying. Or vendors are evil, they just want our money, but maybe they're actually telling the truth, like who knows? And amidst all of it, what does Konami have to say? Absolutely nothing. They just want to sell the packs. And I get it, you know, there are chase cards in every set. They're supposed to be like hard to get, but if a card is the same rarity as like something else, then they should be pulled at approximately the same rate. I just think that makes sense. It feels so unfriendly to a new player when even the easy to get decks and the fun decks are like this. As a Yu-Gi tuber, I feel like I'm in a position of like some degree of privilege, right? I'm able to open these boxes of like new packs most of the time, and I'll open like several boxes and see, you know, what I get. Most players aren't that lucky. They're not just, you know, buying 5-6 boxes of every new set because they can. So they're not gonna be able to see this stuff. And then B, as a Yu-Gi tuber, I make videos where I like to recommend people decks to play. They'll be like, hey Paul, what's a fun deck I should build? I'm just getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! What would be interesting or unique? I want to suggest Evil Eyes because Evil Eyes are unique and they're interesting and they're new. But I can't because Sergio costs like $25 and you have to have 3. Or I want to suggest Witchcrafters, but I can't because Witchcrafter Creation costs like 35 bucks and you have to have 3. And even though the deck isn't like the best deck in the world, the cards still have the price tag. And it's just, I don't know. I mean, what does Konami want people to do? Just actually spend so much money on boxes? I get it, it's a business, whatever, they're supposed to make money, but come on, right? Like, this is probably the worst thing in recent history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I say recent because I feel like in the last year or two, it's been a bigger deal than it's been in the past. I'm sure it's always been a thing, but like, I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. I think people are, maybe, you know, there are solutions. If people just don't buy these sets, then I guess that tells Konami that they need to stop doing this. But then even then, like there's a problem where like if not enough people buy, say, the Infinity Chasers, then there's even less copies of these cards in existence, and then the prices go up, so people just can't build the decks. We have to wait for reprints, I guess. But I don't know. Like it's just, what's the deal? Like what? I don't know. So yeah. That's my rant on short prints. I don't like that they exist in this game. I think that it is one thing that is probably low-key, like far worse than, you know, broken cards or, you know, not getting a ban list on time. It's just short prints. Short prints that make the game uninviting for new players and casual players. It's really that simple. I don't like that the cards cost so much. I think that Konami could do more to make sure these cards don't cost a lot. You know, they know what they're doing. If they're really short printing these cards, then they know exactly what they're doing. And that's why it's just really hard to forgive it. So yeah, that's my rant. Those are my opinions. Let me know what you guys think. What are your experiences with short prints? Do you think that maybe this isn't real and this is just some make-believe thing that doesn't happen, you know? Maybe it's all good. Or, you know, how do you think it should change? Do you think it can change? Is there any point to even caring? I don't know. Let me know your opinions down in the comments. I'd love to hear them. And that's gonna be it. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Pass turn.